mean, this is the spot right here.
Maine is certainly no stranger to loving the hobby of bird watching. Over the years, we've heard a lot of stories of those who are getting out and enjoying taking in the wildlife.
According to the National Audubon Society, more than 46 million Americans identify as birders, a number that has grown significantly since the pandemic. But what was once considered a hobby for older people has grown in popularity with the younger crowd.
Rena Sargentopoulos explains how Gen Z and millennials came to love the hobby in Minneapolis.
Well, I mean, this is the spot right here.
We all have our happy place.
It's a perfect day.
And for Dan DeBon, it's his apartment patio.
It's funny, when I'm out here, I can usually hear them, and I interpret that as like, we want you to go back inside so we can have at it. They're ready.
The 31-year-old might seem a few decades shy of a bird watcher, but the hobby has really gained flight in the last few years, especially with the millennial and Gen Z set.
It was mid-2020 for me, like a lot of people, especially in my age group, who have picked up the hobby, looking for something to do during the thick of the pandemic. I bought the crummiest bird feeder, cheapest thing you could get from Amazon for like $9. It arrived to the apartment already broken, and I pieced it together with Scotch tape, and I put it up, and 2 weeks later birds started coming, and I've been hooked ever since.
If you think about it, it totally makes sense. An accidental hobby born out of the pandemic, when nature was our only entertainment. And for a generation steeped in preserving our environment, the hobby just fits. And how's this for a birding bonus? It's good for you.
What we're finding is that when you feed birds, it lowers your cortisol level. When you listen to bird calls, it releases dopamine.
The folks at All Seasons Wild Bird Store say people of all ages have been flocking to their stores, eager to feed both the birds and their mental health. It's not just a feeling, it's science. A study out just this past fall found that listening to bird sounds improved mental well-being for up to 8 hours after.
Within a couple minutes, usually like that. They're first in line. They're quick.
Dan says it's one of the reasons he's become such an advocate for the hobby, even writing a blog to encourage others to get involved.
As somebody who's generally an anxious person and has had anxiety for practically my whole life, it's been incredibly beneficial for me. It's really changed my world and my life in a very, very positive way.
And there's another reason young people are joining the bird watching bandwagon: technology. There are apps now that help you identify birds and log what you've seen and when.
They've also made bird feeders with little built-in webcams, essentially, and they will, I kid you not, a bird will land there and it'll ping on your cell phone like, this bird that we've identified through AI, a cardinal's at your bird feeder, and you can take a picture of it.
And that leads us to the most important part of birding for young folks: sharing. Yep, you'll even find birders on TikTok. And why wouldn't you want to share something that brings so much joy?
Northern cardinal. I remember the first time one of them came to my feeder, and I called my wife over. I was like, honey, there's a cardinal. I've waited so long.
A wholesome hobby the whole family can enjoy. Nature and nurture intertwined.
They've come to associate me as walking outside, like, okay, there's going to be fresh food outside. We better go over there. And that makes me feel good.
Next time you're stressed, Rob, I'm just going to start tweeting at you.
Please do.
To lower your cortisol levels. And for young bird fans here in Maine, you can check out the Maine Young Birders Club. For more information and events, you can head to their website.